just really proud of our team, our coaching staff. It's been a long time since we ruled them, and they're a very good team. So don't think otherwise. Just, Montana hung in there. Probably didn't pitch her best game, but she gave us outs when we needed them and shut them out, and then let us, I think we scored 8 the last 2 innings, and, gave us an opportunity. So just really pleased with the weekend. And Kaylee Tao was just on fire the whole time. It really, really helps. And you guys obviously see that from the press box when people are going to walk Bailey, the people behind her do what they need to do. So it's very difficult to pick your poison. Who you going to pitch to?
I'll start with James.
So yesterday you tell us that hitting with 2 outs and getting that RBI is the toughest thing to do in baseball and softball. Today you score all 13 of your runs with 2 outs. Can you tell me what the adjustment was, and what did you tell the team going in about, in those situations, how to be a little bit more aggressive?
Well, is the young lady that asked that question, she's not here today? Yesterday?
Yeah, the young lady, yeah.
Well, kudos to her. No, it's just a totally different mindset. I think, before the game, we talked about, we scored 3 runs on kind of mistakes by them, and let's earn them today. And, it doesn't matter. I think Tao had 2 bases loaded, clearing singles or doubles. And that's tough to do. So I think they're a little bit looser, and they're really zoned in at the plate. So couldn't be more proud of that.
Go ahead, Brett.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the wins. First off, you guys were able to have fans in attendance this past weekend. A lot of fans here all weekend. Can you kind of speak on how great it is to have people back in the Rhodes House? I saw you earlier in the game. You were able to wave to someone up in the outfield. I saw your players interacting with fans in the stadium, all that. Can you kind of speak on how great that is?
Well, it's just, we've had the greatest fans in college softball for 20 years. And, last year we sold over 3,000 season tickets, and we were on our way to every attendance record in history, really, for softball. And I know that if this had gone, if COVID had disappeared and we'd gone through it, we were going to do the same thing this year. But, it is what it is, and we got to deal with it. But the people that were here made a lot of noise. We heard people in the Brickyard cheering. There's people outside the stadium that, are not allowed to come in. But I see a lot of lawn chairs out there by the fence out in the Brickyard. So we just can't thank them enough. And, the noise they make is heard for sure.
Go ahead, Robert.
Hey, Coach. So is it good now? Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Sorry.
What was I going to say now? Oh, so you guys take a 9-5 lead, and I think, in my eyes, an unsung, I guess, way to keep the momentum was Bailey Dowling's 2 plays to start off the 5th inning. I mean, they had Aaliyah Andrews and Pleasant looking to start a rally, but can you speak to what her defense has specifically meant, especially in that game, and how big those 2 plays were?
The first play, not very many people make that play. And people that have never seen baseball or softball, they might not know what a great play it is. So I'm serious. There's not very many kids that could make that play. So she's just a great athlete. And then the second one was that, I think, a little liner that she caught right off the dirt. And again, those are 2 huge outs, because top of the order, and they had done some damage. So that was a rally killer for sure. I'm glad you noticed those.
All right, go back to James.
Just talk about Bailey Dowling and Kaylee Tao, that dynamic duo. Have you had a dynamic duo like that in the past? And with it this year, what does that mean for your lineup to have both of them like that?
We have, but sometimes it doesn't happen back to back to back. Sometimes we'll have the 3-hole go 3 for 4, and then the 6 and the 9. And this is a special combination with 3, 4, 5. And you could go down to Maddie and Claire and just keep going down, and Alyssa, in the 9 spot. So the more back to back hitters that do well, that's when it gets really tough on a defense and a pitcher, because she's thinking, who the heck do I try to pitch around? Or, I can't walk everybody, because the next girl is going to get a double in the gap. Or, Dowling's home run was on an off speed. And, that's tough to do too. So when that happens, they're like, okay, we can't throw that. What are we going to throw to get her out? And then like Bailey, she did a much better job at pitch selection today. So if they're going to walk her, then the 2 behind her have to make them pay. And today they did. So it was fun to watch. They both had 5 RBIs, I believe. So, and that's tough to do back to back.
Go ahead, Robert.
Coach, so, excuse me. Montana felt struggled in the first 2 innings, but after you came out to the circle, it looked like she settled down besides a hit by pitch and home run. Can you elaborate on her performance today?
Well, she obviously she didn't have her best stuff, but they are really good hitters. And, I said, hey, take a deep breath. You and Bailey got this. We're going to help you out. We're going to score runs. And I said, she's one of the most accurate pitchers in the country. So she could hit a dot from a mile away with a pitch. So, if it's today, if we have to work on location, then that's what we're going to do, so, and I think after that, she did fairly well. The wind was blowing out today. And so that's kind of scary. They swing hard, and, sometimes it's going to happen. But I told the team the other day in practice, we might have to win 1-0 or 13-12. And I don't care if we got to win that way, we're going to win that way. And especially at home. So, and she'd probably tell you it was probably a C game for her. But again, she only gave up 4 hits. So it wasn't terrible.